Bridges serve a simple purpose in the world. They allow us to cross obstacles. But in the shadowy realms of myth and legend, bridges are far more than mere structures. They are the thresholds between worlds, gateways to the unknown, where danger and destiny intertwine. In ancient Chinese and Japanese gardens, moon bridges with their impossibly high arches were designed for practical reasons to let boats pass underneath. But over time, their haunting curves became symbols of something more, an ascent from the earthly to the otherworldly. To cross a moon bridge at night, under the light of the rising moon, is to step from the familiar into the realm of the mysterious, where every shadow hides a secret and every footfall echoes with the whispers of the unseen. In the grand palaces of emperors and kings, bridges were not just paths, they were tests. Imagine approaching the Forbidden City in Beijing, the mist rising from the water below. The bridges here lead not just to a palace, but to a place where mere mortals dare not tread lightly. One bridge, reserved for the emperor and empress alone, is more than a crossing. It is a passage from the ordinary to the divine, where the weight of power and tradition presses down like a leaden sky. In Norse mythology, the Bifrost is no ordinary bridge. It is a bridge of rainbow and fire, stretching between Midgard, the world of men, and Asgard, the realm of the gods. Crafted by the Aesir with the strongest magic, Bifrost is the only way into the heavens, yet it is as perilous as it is beautiful. Guarded by Heimdall, whose piercing eyes miss nothing, Bifrost is a bridge of destiny. And during Ragnarok, when the world ends, this bridge will shatter, plunging gods and men into the abyss, a harbinger of the final battle where even the divine may fall. Across the river Joel lies Jala Bru, the echoing bridge with its roof of gold. This is the bridge that the dead must cross to reach Hell, the land of shadows. But beware, the bridge does not echo for the living, and those who tread upon it are said to hear their own deaths whispered back to them from the void. Crossing this bridge is to confront the finality of death itself, where every step reverberates with the sound of fading life. In the myths of the Great Plains and the High Andes, bridges are tests of courage and purity. The North American legend speaks of a bridge that shakes violently, throwing off any living soul who dares to cross. And in the Incan belief, the dead must cross a bridge woven from the finest human hairs, a bridge so delicate that only the purest souls can safely reach the heavenly realm of Hananpacha. One misstep, one impure thought, and the soul plummets into darkness. In the cold mists of Teutonic and Celtic lands, there is a tale of bridges built by the devil himself. These bridges are bargains struck in darkness, where the first living thing to cross must be given to the infernal builder. But the devil, cunning as he is always outwitted, tricked into taking an animal instead of a human soul. Yet every time a traveler sets foot on these bridges, the air grows heavy with the echo of the devil's laughter and the sense that the true price has yet to be paid. In Zoroastrian belief, the dead approach the Sinvat bridge trembling. For the righteous, the bridge is wide, a path of light leading to paradise. But for the wicked, it narrows to a razor's edge, slicing through flesh and spirit alike. To cross the Sinvat is to be judged, to feel the weight of one's sins, and to know that a single misstep will send you plummeting into the abyss below, where darkness swallows all. In Islamic tradition, the bridge Al-Sirat is narrower than a strand of hair, sharper than a sword. It stretches over the fires of hell, and only the good may pass. Imagine standing at the edge, the heat rising, the flames licking at your feet. The bridge is as fragile as a breath, as unforgiving as fate. One wrong move, one tremor of doubt, and the soul is lost forever, consumed by the inferno below. In the myths of Malaysia, the bridges to the afterworld are guarded by forces of unimaginable power. The Semang tell of Balan Bakom, a bridge that stretches over the ocean to Belet, the island of the dead. Only the good may pass, while the wicked are cast into the sea. The Sakai speak of Menteg, a bridge spanning a cauldron of boiling water. Here, every step is a trial, every moment a dance with death. Those who falter are swallowed by the seething waters, their screams lost in the steam. In the ancient tales of Japan, there is a bridge that floats between earth and heaven, a bridge owned by Uzum, the goddess of dance. It is guarded by her husband, the god of pathways. This is no ordinary crossing, this is a journey from life to the afterlife, from the known to the unknowable. As you step onto the bridge, it sways with the rhythm of the heavens, each movement a reminder that life itself is a delicate balance, easily disrupted, easily lost. In the stories of today, bridges still hold power. Their destruction can signify the end of hope, the finality of loss. In Thornton Wilder's The Bridge of San Luis Rey, the collapse of a bridge brings death and forces a reckoning with fate. In The Bridge on the River Kwai, a bridge becomes the focal point of war and sacrifice, where human lives are spent like currency, and the line between victory and defeat blurs until it is indistinguishable from madness. Across time and cultures, bridges are more than just structures. They are the meeting points of fate and fear, of life and death. They stand as symbols of the choices we make, the paths we take, and the dangers that await. To step onto a mythical bridge is to embark on a journey into the unknown, where every step is a test and the consequences are eternal.